Okay. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll file this for you. I'll call Betsy. She'll take care of it. Don't worry. All right, you have a good day. Bye-bye. Hi, welcome into the courthouse. How can I help you? Yeah. What are you trying to get done today? Okay. You don't have an appointment, do you? Don't worry. Let me just make sure there's nobody else coming in while you're here for an appointment. Alright, we're good. Yeah, it looks like a slow day. Alright, so what did you say you're looking to get done today? Alright. Okay. So you got a business. So you need to file with the Secretary of State. Yeah, we can help with that. And you said you got some mail. Right here. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the assessor form for your land. Have you filed for this before? It just tells us, what you own, your property, so your land, your cars, things like that. I can help you fill it out. Yep, we can do that. What else do you need to do today? Let me take a look. This one? Oh, okay. This one is the dog tax card, so we can just, we'll just fill this one out. You have a dog? Yeah, we'll fill this out. It's easy. It's very easy. It's not a problem. Okay, let me just go ahead and get my system up. Hi, Amanda. How you doing? Yeah, I'm helping somebody, but I'll walk down after and see you. Okay, bye. Alright, so we're just gonna put my system up here. Hopefully it's not being too slow today. How's your day going? Good? Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. It's fine. Okay. So we're gonna start out with your form. So this is the form that we have to do for the assessor's office. Now I'm gonna need some information from you, obviously. I'm gonna need your ID, and I'm gonna need any of your business tax statements. You brought those? Okay. Right. Which folder? The red one? Okay. I'm also gonna need any cars that you have. So if you have the registrations. This one's good. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and start with your property. I do need to look up your lot. What's your full name? Okay, and your last name? Okay, and do you have a middle name? Okay. Yeah, that's good. Let me just write this something down real quick here. Yeah. I gotta write everything down or I'll forget. Alright, let's go ahead and add your address. What is your primary residence? So it doesn't matter if you receive mail here or not. Also, you're outside of city limits, then that's nice. Well, I guess. What's your zip code? Alright. And is that your mailing address? Alright, what's your mailing address? Okay. Yeah, they got us these new keyboards and they're a little bit different. What's your zip code there for the mailing? All right, and then I'm just gonna give you this keypad. If you could just type in your social security number for me. Okay, and just press that enter for me. All right, thank you. Got that. And what's your date of birth? Okay, perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the property. Let's see. And this is your primary, and do you have a business? All right, let me look that up because I think we want to do the primary as the first entry, but they change it all the time. We gotta just check the regulation for that. All right, here we go. All right, so page 212. All right. Yep. So we'll do your primary first, okay? All right, so here we go. Let me just get my pen out. I'm just gonna put the number in here. No, you wouldn't have that, so don't worry. My pen's not working. I'm having a horrible time with pens today. Let me just go grab one, okay? Alright, back to that. So we got your property number. Okay. I see pay taxes on that last in February of 25. Okay. You said that's your primary residence, right? All right, the land's used for farm, commercial, residential. All right. You can always come in here and we'll help you get this done. All right, and then let's see the owner's value for the land. 78,000, does that sound right? Okay, and then for the building, the house itself, let's see if I can find an assessed value. It looks like in 25, in February 25, it had 812. So we're just gonna use that one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So this is for the new building, structures, additions, deletions, or remodeling constructed on your property in the last 12 months. Okay. You have any new construction there? Okay. Yeah. What was it? Okay, so like an RV garage. Okay. Do you have the building permit for it? I don't have to have it, but it does help. Okay, which folder? This one? Okay, let me just type this in. Okay, let's see if I can find that. You have like a kind of common last name, so sometimes it's hard to find them. Yeah. There it is. Okay, so it looks like you had the total cost for the permit at 58,000. Okay. And that's tract of land number 89265. Okay. On July 1st of this year, were there any mobile homes or cabins not owned by you located on your land? No? Okay. All right. Did you construct any additional homes or primary residences for individuals other than yourself on that land? No? Okay. Let's see. And then your district number. 12. Map. Roshi. Okay, parcel number. Do you know? I don't have it. Let's see. I have your subparcel number as 57. So we'll go. Your parcel is probably 11. Yeah, it's 11. Okay. Yep. Okay. What's the best phone number for you, by the way? Okay. Yep. And you are the primary owner of the land, or do you share ownership? Okay, who's the co-owner? Okay. And what's their date of birth? Okay. And what's their relation to you? Okay. Alright, and do you have any secondary residences? Yes, okay, so they're owned. Okay, let me check that out. Rented. Yeah, we have to put that one in. 1 second. Okay. Oh, okay. So the business is for the landlordship. Okay. And I do see you're expiring in 30 days on that, so we'll do that next. Yeah. Okay, so I'll give that back to you, and then we'll go ahead and finish this. So, landlord. And that's both of your sections, or is it just the one? Both. Okay, and that's also District 12. Map. Well, that's why it's hard, because a lot of people don't have access to the same databases that we do. You can get the tax information online usually, but the other stuff you can't, so I'm always happy to help. Okay, that's parcel as well, but the sub parcel is 73 and 74. You purchased the property from a seller, last name Winston, 3 years ago. Is that correct? Alright, let me just remove ownership from that person. They're still listed as a potential co-owner in the system. Very easy to remove. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Okay, just making sure that the taxes were not on there still for those any of those years. They were reduced. Okay, that's taken care of. So he should not appear anywhere on your property taxes going forward. Okay, let me rewrite these. right, so this is for Schedule 7. Please note that the code was amended effective January of 2007 for tax year 2008 to exempt Class 1 personal property exclusively in agriculture to include vehicles that qualify for a farm use exemption certificate, farm machinery and equipment. So do you have any products or any vehicles, I'm sorry, that would comply with that new section? Okay, so none. Alright, perfect. Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and do dogs. So you have dogs, you said. Okay, how many dogs? Okay, what's the age of the first dog? And what's the name? Okay, male or female? Hair color? Okay, and hair length? And what's the breed? Okay, so that's just gonna be a $3 fee. Let me get the dog tax form. What did I do with it? Sorry. There it is. Okay. And what is the second dog? Okay. Male or female? Hair color? Okay, and hair length? Oh, let's put that. Okay, and what's the breed? Okay, that's a $5 fee. All right, let me do the dog tax application because I have to put the dog tag number in the region. So let me just go ahead and fill this out. That's correct. Okay, so it's going to be 35. Okay. And then, tell me the spelling of your name again. I'm sorry. Okay, and the mailing address? Okay, perfect. And the zip code. And what's your phone number? Okay. Let me just fill this out with what information you just gave me. Oh no, you just sit tight. It won't take long at all. Oh, is the dog spayed or neutered? Okay. And is that dog spayed or neutered? Okay. Okay, so the filing fee total will be $8. Okay, so you want to go ahead and pay now so I can generate the numbers? Okay, and this card? Alright. Oh, there's that. And do you want me to print you a receipt? What's the email? sure that went through. Let me just certify your dog tax application here. That's for your payments. This is for your issuance. The first dog was 5. Usually they're only 3, but the first one was 5 because you had it for over a year and a half. So it just kind of charged you for a half of an additional year. Okay, so I'm going to give this to you, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the tax numbers, the dog tag numbers. Then the tags will get mailed to you. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. It just takes a second to get the numbers generated. Just give me a moment. Of course. Just gonna... I mean, enter that again, I guess. Okay, there it is. Could you just sign at the bottom for me there? Thank you. I'm just gonna date this. Alright, and then we'll finish off the second half here. Excuse me. Actually, I think we'll just flip this and sort it to that way. Yeah. Okay, so do you have cars? Okay, so I'm gonna need to write down all of that information for them. What's the first type of car? Okay. Okay, and you've paid taxes on this one before? I should be able to find it under your name. Yeah. Makes it easier to fill in. There it is. Yeah, it's a blue car. A blue Toyota. Okay. So the VIN, here we go. And purchase that for $24,000, looks like. Okay, we'll put the owner use at that. Primary vehicle. Perfect. And do you have any other vehicles you want to add? That's the only one I'm showing for you in the system. Okay, you got a new car. Okay, and you still have this one though. Okay. What's the new car? All right. What year? Okay, it's a new one then. All right, let me see. And do you have the VIN number? Right here. This is the registration. Cool. Okay, I set that back there for you. Thank you. And what did you purchase it for? here your primary vehicle? Okay. All right. Any other vehicles? Motorcycles, jet skis, boats? No. Okay. Have you done any remodeling to your primary residence in the last year? No. Okay. All right. Got it. No. And can you give me your phone number again? I'm sorry. What do you value your land value at? All right. Check if we've assessed recently. If we haven't, then we won't charge until we have. Okay, assessment value. I know it's so quiet in here today. It's weird. I think it's just because it's like it's right after Halloween. People are taking a long weekend. But for Monday, it's quiet. Okay, looks like we did assess that last year. Alright, so that was assessed, and remember this is just 10% of the value. What year was your house built? Okay, and approximate square footage? Okay, so just check everything on the form there. I'm just going to set this down for a moment. So here we have the two cards, and then the assessed value based off of the Kelly Blue Book. Then you have your years here. The dock tax is on this side. If you need it for record, just showing you it's right back here. This is your value for your land and your home at the last assessment, which is in March of 25 is what I have. And you will get another assessment statement at the end of this coming March in 26. So based off of that, you're going to just owe the $3,267 total property tax. That's going to include the house for the year and then both of the vehicles as well for both years. Yes. Okay, if you agree with everything here, just go ahead and sign for me there. And then date it here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get everything issued for you, and then we will finish off with your business registration, okay? And what this will do is you will get a couple things in the mail. I'll go over those with you, okay, in just a second. Okay, so are you going to pay with a card today? Okay. $3,267. All right. Let me just try that again. All right, perfect. Then I'm going to email your receipt again. Go ahead with the email. Okay. So I'm just going to write down for you what you're going to receive in the mail, because sometimes, you know, there things happen with the mail, and I want to make sure you're getting what you need. There's a couple of documents, and people tend to forget about them needing to come in the mail, and if they don't come, it might not have been filed. Okay, so the first is you're going to get 2 dog tags, and they're like the little the little metal ones. Okay. The second thing that you're gonna get is a receipt, and it's an official receipt. I emailed you a payment receipt. It's not the same thing, okay, for property tax payment. Okay. Yes. And then the third thing you're going to get is you're going to get your registrations for your 2 vehicles. So 2 vehicle registrations. Okay. They're going to look just like this one that you had brought in earlier. And they'll just have the updated years. These will be through 2027. Okay. These should come in the next 2 weeks. Okay. If you don't get them, I'm going to give you my phone number now, okay? This is my direct desk phone number. Okay, and my name's Midnight. Now, if you don't get those, you just give me a call, alright? I'm going to put this in your folder with your tax forms. Okay, you good? Alright, any questions for me today? Alright, so you want to do your business filing, correct? Okay. And you said it's real estate? Okay, so LLC. Okay, hold on a second. Let me find that then. I can't find it. I'm sorry. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me just write this down. I need this as a reference. Okay. And then these are your folders for the business filing with all your information. Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's the tax statement. Alright, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you a couple options that I have for you. So you can business file for an LLC a couple of ways. Okay, so you're a landlord, so I'm going to have to take a look at a couple of these. These are the structure for your business. Just take a look, just a couple different ones, like if you run the business out of your home, if you have a home and a small shop, those types of things. So just please take a look at that and let me know which one you're going to do today. This one. So this is you own a primary residence and then you have a small office area that's less than 600 square feet. It's this one? Okay, so that's perfect. Okay, so payment wise, you're going to be in this area here. And I'll give you the exact one, but that's your bracket. Okay. And then I'm going to show you here for filings with Secretary of State. This is our full disclosure form, okay? So if you have any debt or liens on the business, I just have to tell you all of this, then all of that will be reported today, and any information we obtain will be used for that purpose. Okay, when you do your filings, you are responsible as the business owner for the notary charges. It's $5 if you do it here today, or otherwise bringing a notarized form here. Cannot be a family member. Yeah. Okay, and then business taxes would be due today at the time of issuance of certifying your business before it is submitted for the online Secretary of State portal. So I will just put that to the side. You're welcome to take that home with you if you want. Okay, let me go ahead and get this finished. Yes, that's correct. Okay. So I'm just gonna put this folder. Perfect. And what's the name of your business? Okay, and what's the primary business address? That would be the office that you told me, the less than 600 square feet. Okay. Let me go ahead and put this into my portal. Yeah. Okay, and then I have the last filing was 24. Okay, so you're going to be doing 2025 through 2027, 2 years. Okay. And then this is your last tax statement down here. Okay. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Okay. Primary name of the business. I know this. Okay, how long have you owned the business? Do you certify that you have filed taxes on the business, both state and federal, as required by law? Okay. Does this business sell alcohol, tobacco, firearms? Okay. Alright, and you're licensing in this state. Any other licensing outside of this state? Okay, New York. Where else? Anywhere else? Jersey. Okay. So I have you certified in New York and New Jersey. And you paid for taxes in those states? Okay. As required by law. Alright. And do you have headquarters or any offices in those states, or do you just do virtual? Okay. And what is the primary registration here? Okay, and what's your business phone number? Okay, and what's the tax ID number for the business? Okay, let's make sure this comes up. Okay, perfect. And what was your total business revenue, excluding applicable losses, last year? Okay, and then I'm gonna just add, this will be in your forms as well, but what was your business loss about? That was write-offs, okay. I'll need that later, so. And how many employees do you employ? And that's in this state? Okay. And how many employees total? Okay. And do they have office space, or do they work from home? All right. Perfect. All right, so I've got that entered. I'm just gonna have you sign a couple of forms here. And just put this writing in. This is just certifying that all the information that you provided to me today is accurate. If you agree, just sign there. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and notarize this form, and then we'll get your payment. Just notarize. Okay. And then the notarizing will be $5, if you remember. Okay. So for the 2-year business registration, you're looking at $147 plus 5. $152 total. Okay. There you go. And email receipt. Sorry, I got to give me your email one more time. Okay. That's certified. Everything went through, so you are active immediately on the Secretary of State website for your business. Now, you can at any time go online and print out your certification, just so you're aware. But we don't send one to you, so I recommend going on there and getting one to print for yourself. Yes, and then I'm going to add these two. So again, my phone number, and then your list of what you are going to receive within the next 2 weeks. Okay, so it was a pleasure working with you today. Hopefully I was helpful and that was a seamless process, getting your assessor forms done and your business registration. Well, if you want to do a survey, there is some information in the packet that I gave you. This is for your business. These are your assessor forms, and then these are the documents you brought today, okay? You have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.